Oh, wait, hold on. Let me do something. You guys probably thought I was gonna like make my bed and have it nice and clean, but I think we all know now that's probably never gonna happen. I feel like every video I will have a dirty bed, but I did want to show off my Christmas tree. And no, it is not too early. Thank you very much. And I did get a pop filter, so no more of that in the comments. Instead, I want to hear, oh, thanks, Ange. Thank you for the pop filter. You're welcome. It looks stupid. It looks dumb. So thanks. You like holding hands? You like handhelds? You like handheld gaming? Cool. Sick. Me too. Yes, everyone talks about the PS2. Oh, the Wii when it comes to like shovelware. But I don't really hear people ever talking about the DS. No. Sadly enough, the DS was also getting pumped with just a ton of shovelware. And it's honestly kind of interesting too. When you see the games that are on the DS, you realize, oh shit, that same shovelware game is also on the Wii. It's like they just have to get literally anyone to play these games. Hence why it is shovelware. This shit is so annoying. The pop filter literally covers my whole face, dude. Like, hey guys, what's up? And for those of you who really don't know what like shovelware is or where it comes from, it's when video games or software bundles are known for more of its quantity than its quality. So I have a list for us today of some of my favorite DS shovelware games. And I kind of just want to go through all of them and point out how absolutely goofy this really is. And the first game I have on my list is Silly Bandz the Game. This game came out in 2011 and I really don't think they thought this game through at all. It is rubber bands in funny little shapes. There is not much you can do with that, and it almost makes me wonder who pitched this idea in the first place. And that company is Zoo Entertainment, who then went by Indie Pub and who is now no longer a company. They are out of business. This company was like the company that made M&M Adventure and Big Mother Truckers, which I do own. Both those games. I don't know what that says about me, but I will take no judgment. So they're the reason why we have Silly Bandz the Game. And to sum it up really quickly for you guys, it is Angry Birds. This game is literally Angry Birds, but with rubber bands. So there's really nothing there for you to get attached to. Think about it. There's no characters, there's no birds, right? You know how you love those little guys. Angry Birds in real life. You're like, yeah, like there is something at stake here. But when you're playing this game, what am I doing? What is happening to me? What is that shape? Do I really care about freeing this shape? Why? And listen, I think I figured out my problem in life in general with me entirely. I do give personalities and lore to like inanimate objects all over my room all the time. I'll look at like a tissue box and I'm like, that's my friend. That's my problem. But even with this game though, I can't seem to get behind being like, yo, I really care about these rubber bands. And I honestly think if anyone owns this game, I honestly think they bought it because it came with a pack of Silly Bandz. So if you were like a Silly Band head, that was your thing, that's probably why you bought the game. Next we have Touchmaster. I'm gonna touch you. I just don't know how many board games that we really did need on the DS. Why did we need that many games that had solitaire? Why did we need that? We really didn't. And why is the title Touchmaster? So what Touchmaster is just essentially like a collection of different types of like board games or other card games and things like that. Kind of like the knockoff version of Clubhouse games in my opinion. And you're like, okay, Angela, who really cares? Is this really technically shovelware? So what, they made one board game? No, they didn't just make one. They made 4. There are 4 Touchmasters that were created for the DS. A sequel, Touchmaster 2, was released in November of 2008. And the second sequel to Touchmaster 2 was Touchmaster 3. And that was released in October of 2009. And then the fourth and the final one was Touchmaster Connect, which allowed players to post their high scores on Facebook and Twitter. Wow, and that one was in 2010. I just want you guys to think for a second. Right. Wanting to make a sequel to a pretty much already very average game is almost the definition of shovelware. I'm not gonna lie. Quantity over quality. Especially when there's not much you can already change or do, right, to said game. So I don't know how they made 4 other ones. They really didn't change much, except, oh, now you can post your shit online. And we have a different quirky version of solitaire on there. Sick. And then there's Ninja Reflexes. It was released for the Nintendo Wii and the DS back in 2008, and it was also released on Steam services a year later. If you were wondering, you can go and play that right now, I'm pretty sure. And it's pretty much just a game that tests like your reflexes and utilizes the Wii remote motions, like WarioWare. And you'd think, okay, yeah, like a game that focuses on motion like that, the DS version has gotta be the one that sucks, right, bro? No, dude, not at all. Everyone loved the DS version compared to the Wii. The Wii had absolutely awful reviews for it. And all I had to say about the DS one was just like, oh, the game just gets repetitive. That's it. How did they manage to let that happen? Even like if you look at the Steam version, you look at the reviews right now, it's mostly positive. Like this guy right here. When my ex-wife gave my Nintendo Wii away, this allowed me to enjoy the game again. A VR version would be lovely. And to that I say cheers. All right, now we got My Baby First Steps, 2008. Now this game is also a game for the DS and the Wii, and the player has a son or daughter that grows out of infancy into toddlerhood. And as a virtual parent, the player gets to control the character until he or she turns 3 years old. And babies will grow from a physical and psychological view. How fun. The game got awful reviews, as you can imagine, because absolutely nothing happens in this game. Nothing. It was criticized for like the slow pacing, the underwhelming music. Dude, the music fucking blows. And the lack of actual gaming content. Pretty much just do what the title says. You watch your baby have its first steps, and that's it. Okay, sick, go start a new fucking game. New Game Plus. Not even New Game Plus, bro. Just start over. And now we got Horses with a Z. 2006. And yes, Ubisoft strikes again here. The game goes as the player arranges a timetable so that they can pass each week's challenges. And to pass, they must obtain a certain score out of 10 for each of the disciplines. And then they must train in that discipline at least twice a week. But what you don't know is that you can't even do any of this stuff because literally half the gameplay is reading. You get points, then you get the opportunity to open up a book. And literally other modes in Horses is like unplayable until you have spent the time to read the proper books in the library. Like if you want to play like dress up with your horsey or whatever, you literally can't do that unless you go and you read these books on how to do that. But you can't get access to these books until you get points from doing your disciplines. Yeah, so that's really fun. Love that. But with anything, and like the Switch technically being a handheld and the Steam Deck, nothing honestly feels complete until we get a 5th installment of Touchmaster.